trigger warning. I wanted to react to this, but I might get a little teed off at Bowser. And this does talk about neglect, abuse, manipulation, and just terrible, just pure evil stuff. So, this video might be one of my darkest videos I might have ever made. So yeah, that was my warning. This will talk about abuse and abusive fathers. So, let's go on.
I'm a lonely Goomba, stuck
I don't know why I feel so hard to make this video. I want to make it, but it feels hard to make.
Bowser's a good dad, right? I mean, everyone's saying it these days. Ever since that parental controls video, he's been hailed as a big old lovable lug. And I mean, who can blame him? He clearly cares about his son.
At the end of the day, I think people need to realize,
well-being.
At the end of the day, my opinion on the subject is, if your crowning achievement is that you play video games
who can blame him?
With your son, you're not that good of a dad. Like, you know what I hate? Parents who just throw money at the problem and think, oh, that solved it. Just pisses me off.
He clearly cares about his son's well-being, right? Well, maybe
Probably not.
Maybe it's all a ruse, a show, a load of old phooey. And maybe, just maybe, Bowser is a bad dad. Quite a bold claim to make, eh? Well, look, I'm a reasonable guy, and I don't want to get sued for slander. So, let's look through all the evidence show.
I respect that he is actually just checking. I know this is, well, to reference him.
Come to our own conclusions. And by we, I mean me. And by conclusion, I mean a quickly slapped together theory that hopefully lasts just over 10 minutes. First off, right, let's look at Exhibit A.
I always want to play this game for Josh Plays. I played off camera. This is one of the funnest games ever, and I really hope Nintendo one day adds it to a Switch. Because this is one of the best Mario games I've ever played.
Mario Party Island Tour. See, in this game, Bowser decides to build a tower, a evil tower, to make...
Just wait a moment, boys and girls. So yeah, seriously, you should play this game one day, yeah?
Bubbles. Possibly evil bubbles.
Probably, yeah.
Not a great plan, but you see, you can play as Bowser Jr. in this mode and try to stop him. Oh man, I can only imagine how awkward Christmas is gonna be now. Even that toad over there knows it. So anyways, Bowser declares he ain't gonna go easy on his son, and he sends a load of bosses to potentially kill him. Can you feel the
love, ladies and gentlemen?
Here's where things get interesting. The better you do, the prouder Bowser gets. Just look at this. You're really a chip off the old block. I'm proud of you.
Sniff.
What do you think of my Bowser voice? It's pretty good, eh? So, maybe he ain't all that bad. But then, his pride turns to fear. Bowser starts to worry that his son is more powerful than him, to the extent that he doesn't even recognize his own son anymore.
Yeah, Bowser is so prideful that he's scared that his son will overtake him,
Are you? This is something I'd like to call emotional manipulation. He doesn't want his son to succeed due to his own ego and pride, so he acts distant and unfamiliar to discourage him from succeeding. And it doesn't stop there. Flash forward to the final boss, and Bowser is just flat out trying to kill you. I mean, seriously now, what kind of dad fights for their own son on top of a tower in which the slightest wrong move would result in certain death? The answer is bad dad. But hold up, chaps, because after winning the fight, Bowser admits it was all a load of old bollocks. He only let Bowser Jr. win because he wanted his son to feel like a hero for once.
Which I also believe is canonically a lie. Lots of people assume because I make jokes that I'm seeing the situation as a joke. That's not what I mean.
Ain't that cute?
I do feel bad for Bowser Jr.
Maybe I was just a little bit too hasty in that bad dad stamp. Well, that's what I would be saying if he didn't then immediately punch his own son off a 30-story tower.
And I know some of you guys will defend it, saying, oh, it needed to be reskinned for every character, and every character got punched, and every character fought Bowser, so they had to do us with Bowser Jr. But it's still fucking cheap, I don't care. Like, yeah, just because it's a reskin, does not make what he did better.
Am I sensing a little bit of bitterness here? I'm starting to get a little bit concerned. Bowser over here calls it tough love. I call it at least 20 years in jail. Well, you know, that's just one game. Could just be a bad example, right? Well, let's move on to what I like to call Exhibit B.
One of my favourite exhibits, and has changed my opinion on how I see Bowser forever.
Look, it's a cute little
It's one of the
bee.
cutest bees
How
ever.
awesome is that? Anyways, moving swiftly on to Exhibit C, Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Again,
A great game, but also a game a lot about childhood trauma. Maybe I'm being dramatic, but you can clearly tell off Junior.
a game in which Bowser Jr. has the role of the main villain. Well, for most of it. See, in this game, Junior only does bad things to make his dad proud. It's almost as if Bowser Jr. only does things to please his dad, and that is being manipulated to do things that he wouldn't usually do. For example, look at Mario Sunshine. Bowser flat out lies to his own son about who his mother is. He lies to him just so Bowser Jr. will kidnap Peach and defeat Mario. From his perspective, Mario's just a bully who kidnapped his mama. So
Which, you know, anyone would rightfully want to stop Mario. So it shows how much Bowser Jr. is really being manipulated by Bowser.
the whole basis of Bowser Jr. hating Mario is built around a lie told by his dad. And even when Jr. realizes this, he still wants to defeat Mario just to impress his dad. Lying to your own son just for your own benefit is pretty scummy. And you know what that means, right? Hold on, I think I misplaced it. Oh, there it is. Bad Dad. But I got a bit sidetracked there. Back to Kingdom Battle. And well, you might find this shocking, but Bowser flat out beats up his kid. I mean, there's tough love. And when there's beating up your kid so hard, he gets literal lumps. So
And that's why I said Bowser is a piece of shit that deserves to rot in hell. Because in my opinion, if you beat your kids, you deserve to go to hell. And I don't mean, a slap on the ass, I mean a punch to the face.
seriously, just look at this dialogue after Junior messes up. Guess I'll have to take my lumps. For real though, this isn't a light smack on the ass. This is a flat out punch to the face. And it's not even the first time this has happened in this video. No wonder Bowser Jr. says he has daddy issues. Yeah, would Junior have daddy issues if Bowser was a good and loving dad? No, I don't think so. Now, don't get me wrong. There are instances in which Bowser cares about his son.
But caring about your son on a video game will never be as important as beating up your son. You know, like you can't have, oh son, don't play this horror game, and then, you piece of shit! That'll never be right.
Take Paper Jam for instance. Junior gets his ass kicked and Bowser is pissed. Now, he probably wouldn't get that upset if he didn't care just a little bit, but that sentiment kinda goes out the window when you consider Bowser is the one putting him in these situations in the first place.
I mean, do you think Junior would really, if Junior is such a hardcore gamer, you think he really wants to fight Mario? Yeah.
Can't go from getting too upset that your son's playing too much Mario Kart one moment and then putting him in a literal war zone the next day. It don't work like that, Bowser. I mean, I ain't no dad, but even I know getting my little kid to command a war fleet might be crossing the line.
Just a little fucked up.
Just a little bit. Bowser Jr. is really gonna grow up messed up at this rate. He already has daddy issues and he's like 5 years old. Who knows what his future holds?
Let's well believe he's 13,
No, seriously. Who knows? Because looking at Bowser's other kids, he might not have much time left.
Which
and
is
that's
really
my cue
sad.
for some Exhibit D. Yes, you can't beat a bit of D. Let's have a look, shall we? Yes, the Koopa Kids, or the Koopalings, or whatever. Now, I already know what you're thinking. These are just minions, they're just
They were
henchmen.
never Bowser's kids, right?
They're not even related to Bowser anymore. I know what you're thinking. These are just minions, they're just henchmen. They're not even...
Okay, I know this video might be serious, but why the fuck is her ass so huge? She is so fucking hot. Like Wendy, I don't know how old Wendy is, but in this art, yeah, I would. Wendy is so fucking hot.
even related to Bowser anymore. Well, to that I say, exactly.
Anymore.
They're not his kids anymore. But
I mean, wait, watch the Mario Free TV show.
was at one point. These were originally Bowser's kids. Look, it even still says so on the official Nintendo website. It's right there. These were Bowser's flesh and blood. But after getting defeated one too many times, they vanished for 19 years. And when they finally returned, they were no longer Bowser's kids. They were just henchmen.
Maybe Bowser didn't see them as kids anymore? Seriously, he's almost covering her up, but I can still see her fat ass Lara.
They had been disavowed. As far as Bowser was concerned, he had no kids. And if that wasn't bad enough, this isn't even the only time this has happened.
Sorry, what? Seriously, I keep forgetting these little shits existed.
Say hello to the Koopa Kids. Yeah, remember these buggers? No? Well, they were originally in the Mario Party series. Quite a few of them, actually. Now, you could argue, once again, that these aren't even Bowser's kids. But the thing is, right, and here's the real kicker, he calls him Dad. Now, I think we can both agree, it's not really appropriate to call someone your dad, unless, you know, they're actually your dad. Otherwise, it's just
Daddy.
Just a bit weird. But what does this all mean? Well, two things. One, it means Bowser uses his children as servants and even gets them to fan him like he's some sort of god, which is a bit questionable at best. And two, how come you never see these guys anymore? Well, it's a similar fate to the Koopalings, I'm afraid. They just vanished, and according to Nintendo, they retired. Because it's totally normal to retire being someone's son, as if being a son is a bleeding profession you can just walk away from and retire. It's a cover-up, and Nintendo are in on it, I tells you. Well, that's all the evidence anyways. So, it's the moment you've all been waiting for.
I genuinely do believe Evilus. I mean, I don't want to sound messed up here, but a lot of the Nintendo creators were Japanese and came from a long time ago when parents from Japan would have been way more strict and, you know, abusive. I'm not saying all Japanese parents are abusive, but a lot of Japanese parents were abusive back then. And the same with American, Scottish, and Chinese, and all races, sadly. So, the Bowser could be based off someone's childhood trauma from his parents, or hers.
The conclusion! Okay, that sounded a lot more exciting in my head. Maybe I should increase the special effects budget next time. But right, let's have a look, shall we? Is Bowser a good dad? Well, emotional abuse?
Fucking awful. Like, terrible, you should never do it.
Manipulation?
Never do it.
Unusual amounts of violence?
Never right.
The source of psychological trauma
No.
and a history of neglecting and retiring his children. It's not looking good, I'm afraid. But did you see that totally adorable video of him protecting his son from the dangers of the Nintendo Switch? Man, it was so feckin' adorable. I mean, look, he wants to get closer to his son. What's a
Still think playing a video game does not make all of that shit go away, yeah?
lovable big lug. So, with all that in mind, I declare Bowser a good dad. Nah, just kidding. He's a piece
fucking monster. Fucking demon.
of shit.
He is an absolute fucking monster. But maybe that's just how I see it. I say that because, you know, I just don't know. Bowser, just not a good person. I think this shows why Nintendo compared him to Satan, because really, if you do this shit, you must be Satan. But that's just my opinion.